George Harrison never chased the spotlight as a solo artist. Despite needing space from the Beatles during their messy split, the so-called quiet one was always most comfortable as part of a group. After years of crafting music that didn't truly reflect his spirit, Harrison eventually found his final chart-topping hit by revisiting the music that inspired him in the first place. Harrison never stopped being a fan of the sounds he grew up with. Even as musical trends shifted, from punk to disco, he rarely cared to follow the crowd. Instead, he carved out his own niche, blending soft rock, country undertones, and the occasional pop gem. His spiritual perspective sometimes alienated listeners, but it was also the most authentic expression of who he was as an artist. By the early 1980s, though, Harrison seemed to lose his footing. Gone Tropo sounded more like the soundtrack to a forgettable beach vacation than a serious musical statement. But things changed when he began collaborating with Jeff Lynne. Before the Traveling Wilburys ever became a reality, Harrison recognized in Lynne a kindred spirit, someone with an instinctive ear and a deep affection for the kind of rock and roll that predated Beatlemania. Instead of leaning into nostalgia or trying to recreate Beatles magic, their partnership focused on the roots, artists like Chuck Berry and Del Shannon. Some of the strongest moments on Cloud Nine emerged when Harrison paid homage to his early influences. One song in particular had been sitting in his back pocket for years. James Ray had long been a favorite of the Beatles during their early club days, and his track Got My Mind Set on You had stuck with Harrison ever since. He had casually mentioned the song in interviews during the Beatles era, but now, with the weight of age and experience behind him, Harrison was ready to bring it to life. His cover of the track would become his final #1 hit, a rare late-career triumph. After Gone Tropo, expectations were low, and many fans would have been satisfied with anything remotely listenable. But Got My Mind Set on You was more than just decent. With its instantly catchy hook and irresistible energy, it walked the line between pop anthem and heartfelt dedication. The beauty of the chorus was its openness. Whether he was singing to his wife Olivia or offering up a devotional to his faith, it resonated just the same. Jeff Lynne's signature production, including backing vocals, gave the track a lush, full-bodied sound, one that hinted at the collaborative spirit that would soon define the Traveling Wilburys. The band didn't exist yet, but this track planted the seed, showing what could happen when musicians with a shared love for classic songwriting got together. What made the song truly magical, though, was its truth that Harrison still had the power to deliver a pop masterpiece, even after years out of the mainstream. His success wasn't just personal, it subtly challenged his old bandmates, too. If Harrison could climb back to the top, maybe Paul McCartney or Ringo Starr could do it too. Pop music may be a young person's game, but every so often, the right hook, delivered with heart and conviction, can cut through the noise. George Harrison's final hit was more than just a catchy cover. It was a reminder that timeless music never really goes out of style.